Hi, this is Nina Mueller, and I am one of the client service partners for your firm, responsible for providing ongoing training and support to you and your colleagues on the Bloomberg Tax platform. This video will give you a quick and high-level introduction to the International Library on Bloomberg Tax. By no means is this a comprehensive training, but it will help you understand the organization of the international page and the core content available to you here. You'll find that the platform as a whole is logically organized and it's really easy to navigate, whether you focus on federal, state, or international tax, and you'll see those tabs up here on the blue toolbar. Again, this video is focusing on international, but keep in mind that the general flow and organization is very consistent across all three libraries, and there are also additional videos available for a more in-depth look at both federal and state. If you are primarily an international tax practitioner, I recommend setting this tab as your homepage here at the top, so you're going to see this material immediately upon coming into the platform. The international tab is organized in a similar way to the other libraries. Here at the top, you'll see the global tax intelligence search bar with all of the international content broken out in the individual boxes you see here on the page as I scroll down. Expert analysis is always located in the top left. This is where you'll find the expert practitioner-written commentary and analysis that will help you make sense of and navigate the complex tax laws and topics from an international perspective. There are a few key libraries here that I want to emphasize. First, the Foreign Income Portfolio series, which comprises the country portfolios, the U.S. international portfolios, and the transfer pricing series. Additionally, the country guides and the VAT Navigator, located here under the additional analysis section. These libraries provide a wealth of information, and depending on what you're looking for, you will likely navigate to one or more of them. Starting with the portfolios. The B&A portfolios offer incredibly comprehensive, in-depth analysis of a particular topic or country, written by expert practitioners who are either located in and practice in the country in question or have significant expertise in that topic area. The country portfolios offer an in-depth review of the business and tax system of 46 countries and the European Union, all written by a local expert. The blue plus signs to the left of each portfolio offer you the ability to drill down into a country and then also into the detailed analysis so you can see the scope of coverage. Again, this covers the business and the tax system. You'll also notice as you move through the platform and into specific collections, your search bar changes to reflect whatever library you're currently within, in this case, the country portfolios. So the search bar at the top allows you to search across just this information. Returning to the international homepage, the U.S. International Portfolio series covers all aspects of cross-border tax issues with the United States, organized into the three main sections that you see here. Once again, you'll use the blue plus signs to drill down and get into portfolio content, as well as leverage the search bar here at the top of the page. Lastly, that brings us to the transfer pricing portfolios. The transfer pricing series offers strategic guidance and analysis on transfer pricing topics, as well as country-specific information for 27 jurisdictions. If you are looking for information on a country that is not covered in the country portfolios, which represent the major players around the world, you can find what you're looking for in the country guides and the VAT Navigator libraries, which are, again, the first links here under additional analysis. These two libraries cover just about every single country in the world, with a commitment from Bloomberg Tax to have every single country covered soon. So depending on when you're watching this video, our international coverage in these collections is either almost complete or complete. The country guides are organized by world region and then alphabetically by country. Once again, you'll use the blue plus signs to drill down into the jurisdiction that you're looking for. The country guides cover corporate tax, capital gains, personal tax, transfer pricing, and other types of tax, as well as special industries. Each guide is written in collaboration with an in-country expert or group of experts. And then additionally, each guide has a standardized table of contents. So chapters 1 through 10 here are always the same, no matter what jurisdiction you're in. That makes it really easy for you to jump around doing cross-jurisdiction research. The VAT Navigator library is organized in the same exact way as the country guides, once again by world region and then by country. However, the topics cover 75 topics across VAT and GST. It goes into the indirect tax information. Once again, these all have a standardized table of contents, so you'll find this information in the same order no matter what jurisdiction you're going into. Going back to the international page, so far we've been going into content by drilling directly into the libraries from the expert analysis box. That is one way to get into material. However, a more efficient way of accessing information by country or by topic is to use the search functionality that's included on the platform. From a country perspective, the Go to Country feature above the expert analysis box is the best way to see what country we have for a particular jurisdiction. For example, Germany. So, of course, we do have a country portfolio for Germany. We also have Country Guide and VAT Navigator coverage, and this shows me immediately the scope of coverage that we have. It also highlights all of the other information that we have, including tax treaties, forms, news, and transfer pricing. You can also easily search across this jurisdiction here at the top, where you'll see the search bar has changed to reflect Germany. So this page will look different depending on the country that you search for, but it is the easiest and most efficient way to see the full scope of coverage available on the platform for a particular jurisdiction. The other option is to search topically using the search bar at the top of the international homepage. Search functionality is covered more in depth in the Introduction to Bloomberg Tax video, but just wanted to provide a quick overview here. So let's say that I'm researching beet. As I type this out, you'll see search suggestions populate for you under the search bar, and this appears no matter what you're researching. I always recommend using the search suggestion if there is one that applies to what you're researching, and I'll show you why. First, it builds out a tax intelligence search string here, and then second, it consolidates all of the best information we have across the platform for this topic. Collections are clearly outlined down the center, portfolios, additional analysis, news, etc. There's also an option to narrow by collection here on the left. And then on the right, you'll see the BNI pick feature. This is a unique feature to our platform, and it provides you with an expertly curated array of analysis and guidance for this particular topic, including a definition, the best portfolio, the key primary source material, and a host of other information. Note that the search suggestion and the BNI pick will appear for country searches as well. So let's say I'm looking at France. When I select that search suggestion, I'm going to get a BNI pick, which consolidates all of the best information, including latest developments for the country, the key portfolios, information for the main types of tax, like corporate income, personal income, VAT, withholding. Also have a transfer pricing section, a section for treaties, forms, and so on. Okay, going back to the international homepage, the great thing about the country guides and the VAT Navigator libraries is that they both have a corresponding chart builder tool that allows you to build cross-jurisdiction comparisons. The charts are located along the left-hand side under the practice tools section. You'll see the country guides and the VAT chart. These feed directly from the analysis, so that it's the same exact information, but a different format. And again, as a reminder, the country guides and the VAT information has been greatly expanded to cover pretty much every single country in the world. Both the country guide and the VAT chart operate in the same way, although of course with different topics. So I'm just going to go through one and you'll get the hang of it. So clicking on the chart link brings you to this customizable view, which allows you to select your jurisdictions here on the left and your topics on the right. If I do go ahead and select all, you'll see that we have 221 jurisdictions, and this will likely be more depending on when you're watching the video. The best way is to search for the jurisdictions that you pull in, unless you literally want to build out a chart for 221 countries. So I'm just going to select a couple here and build out this information. Once you have your jurisdictions, then you'll select your topics. The best way to select the topic is to use the search bar, but you can drill down using the carets as well, whatever you prefer. You can actually select as many topics as you'd like, and then once you have your jurisdictions and your topics selected, you have formatting options here in the bottom left, and then you'll be able to create your chart. This provides you with a great, easily readable chart view that includes analysis for each country and topic. You'll notice a link into the underlying analysis for each country at the bottom of each box. You can export your chart here to Excel in the top left. You also have the option to save this to a workspace. The workspace allows you to dynamically save material, like the chart builders, into a dedicated folder right here on the platform. Okay, going back to the international homepage, let's move on to the right side of the page and dive into our treaty databases and tools. Right at the top here, you'll see the Treaty Finder tool. This is the easiest way to jump into the in-force income tax treaty between any two countries. This is going to bring you to our BBNA consolidation of that treaty, which means that this document includes not only the full text of the treaty, but also all of the supplemental documents, including technical explanations, protocols, and other materials. You're going to find those items both at the bottom of the document and then also alongside the right in the BNA PEG feature, where we have direct links into all of those supplemental materials. On the left of each treaty, you'll see the treaty articles option, which will populate out the table of contents and allow you to navigate by article and topic area. For non-US treaties, so just going back to the home page, let's take a look at France and Belgium. You're going to see the same functionality, but a little bit different. So this again will take me into the in-force income tax treaty, our consolidation, but instead on the right this time, I'm going to get a multilateral instrument alert, which provides me with information on the MLI and links into all of the relevant materials that I might need. Going back to the international homepage, I do want to point out the treaty databases themselves. So again, you should use the Treaty Finder tool to navigate into the in-force income tax treaty. But if you are looking for any other type of agreement, including terminated or superseded treaties, you're going to find those documents in the respective databases further down the homepage on the right-hand side. You'll see separate databases for the various types of agreements that we have, like transfer tax, Social Security, etc., as well as the broader U.S. tax and international tax treaties database. These databases are organized in the same way. When you click in, you'll see the search bar here, and then you'll also see the filter options on the left-hand side. You can filter by status, country, treaty partner, document type, topic, and even language. Going back to the international homepage, I want to return to the practice tools section along the left-hand side. You're going to find some additional treaty tools here that will be helpful to you as an international practitioner, including a document that highlights the treaties modified by BEPS MLI and their respective dates, and then also a treaty comparison tool. The treaty comparison tool is a great way to compare specific articles of treaties in a side-by-side manner, so you can easily see how the agreement terms differ and what is potentially most beneficial. You can select up to 5 treaties to compare, including any model treaties, as well as specific topics like residence, permanent establishment, exchange of information, and so on. The last chart here that I also want to take a moment to highlight is the withholding tax chart. This is a bit different in both format and output, so I want to quickly go through this process. This is going to allow you to build out comparisons of the withholding tax consequences. First, you'll select the source country or countries. The source country is the country that hosts the inward investment. Next, you'll select the residence country, which is the investor's country of residence. Note that you can actually select as many jurisdictions as you'd like to pull into those 2 areas. Lastly, you'll select the treaty rates. So we have 5 general buckets: dividends, interest, royalties, services, and capital gains. You'll also see several subtopic areas that you can select. You can also select all here at the top. Before you build out your chart, you have those formatting options, and then you'll create it. So what's really awesome about the withholding chart is that we not only provide the treaty rate information, but we also include a dedicated box for each source country that you selected, breaking down the domestic law for that particular area. So you'll see one here for China and then also for Indonesia, and then a separate box with the treaty information between those countries in the United States, including a link into the article. Once again, you can export this to Excel or save this to your workspace. Okay, going back once again to the international homepage. We're not going to go through everything else that is included under the practice tools section on the left, but I did just want to mention a few other things. We did just recently release a document translator, which you see here at the top, gives you the ability to securely translate documents from 15 languages to English. The translator has been trained to detect tax terminology as it translates, so it's not Google Translate. It's going to translate your document accurately and once again securely. Note that this tool is not designed for forums, rather for other foreign language documents, but we do have a database of translated international tax forms that you see here. This database is organized similarly to the treaty databases, which is the search bar here at the top, and then also the filters on the left. You'll note the kind of forms that we have, and then also all of the countries and the years. Another great way to get into forums is to use the Go to Country feature that we went over earlier. These forms have not been translated using a tool. Rather, we have in-country experts and natural speakers in that language that translate the form for us, holding the original form consistent. If you ever come across a form that has not been translated into English in our database, you can reach out to me directly and we will have it translated by an expert for free within a few business days. To wrap up here, note that on the international homepage, we have a featured topics section in the top right. This has a similar box on the federal and the state sides as well, and this is going to house a variety of the most important topics and issues of the moment. So keep in mind, this could change, and it does vary by the library you're within. So you're going to see different links if you're on federal, state, or international. So for example, as this video is being recorded, we have direct links to our Doc 6 roadmap, the coronavirus international coverage that we've put on, and our BEPS tracker tool. This is our way of bubbling up key information so our clients can navigate directly into them in a matter of seconds. Also note further down the page on the right-hand side, we do have a dedicated transfer pricing box. There's a separate video that reviews these materials, so please refer to that for an overview of what is available within the transfer pricing space. Lastly, this brings us to the news at the very bottom. This is an incredibly important component of the Bloomberg Tax platform. Bloomberg is a news-driven organization, and we have tons of resources dedicated to providing our clients with timely, accurate, and in-depth news coverage from a federal, state, and international perspective. News and journals will always be located in the bottom right of each page. Each library has a dedicated daily tax report newsletter, a dedicated tax developments tracker, and then several other journals and periodicals. You can register for the newsletters by clicking directly into them and following the steps to register at the top. There's also a separate video that goes more in depth into the email newsletters available and the options you have for personalization. That brings us to the end of our quick training. Keep in mind that there are support resources at the bottom of any page here on the platform. In the bottom left, partly obscured by my face bubble, you'll find our 24/7 help desk. We have a whole team of research professionals who are ready to help you with any and all questions that you have. We also have a professional learning portal here that houses complimentary CPE eligible webinars on a host of key topics. And then lastly, for any additional support, you can reach out to myself, Nina Mueller, at amuller@bloombergindustry.com. I'm more than happy to connect one-on-one or answer any questions that you have via email. There's also a collection of video tutorials here in the bottom right.